You've acknowledged that something happened that shouldn't have happened with respect to Purdue Pharma. I would like to know what you think happened that shouldn't have happened and who you think is responsible for that. When did you first become aware of the work your company was doing for Purdue Pharma?
I became aware of that work after I had left McKinsey when it was, or actually I was aware of it when I left the leadership role in McKinsey. That's when I heard about that work. So I wasn't, again, that's not an excuse. I'm just saying I heard about it when actually there was litigation beginning to occur. That's when I first heard about it.
So you left a leadership role, from what I understand, in 2018.
Yeah.
McKinsey started working for Purdue Pharma in 2004.
Yeah.
Are you really telling this committee that on a file that literally dozens of senior partners were working on, that you as the managing partner had no idea about such a prominent and potentially controversial client that the firm had for 15 years?
I've explained before, there are 3,000 client engagements that are going on at any particular given time.
Right, but they weren't selling socks in Southern Ontario. These were people that were doing billions of dollars in business that caused the opioid crisis, that invented OxyContin, that invented modern pharmaceutical advertising. They were your client for 15 years, and you had no idea they were a client? Did you know any of your clients?
I don't know all of them. No, that's totally normal.
Well,
I don't think you understand.
If you had no idea that you were working for Purdue, then what did you do all day as managing director?
Yeah, well, I think maybe you should spend some time and understand how a consulting firm works.
I would love to understand how McKinsey works because right now I'm very concerned. How could you, as managing partner, not know the name of a client who, by the way, in 2007 pled guilty to misbranding their product? Did someone not at some point think, okay, we're taking on this client that pled guilty for misbranding their product. We're offering to help them sell more of that product. We're making proposals that include paying bonuses to pharmacists for overdose deaths, that include proposals to go around traditional pharmacies by creating mail-in pharmacies. All these proposals are coming forward, and nobody thought maybe we should loop in the managing director, given the reputational implications for the company. That's what happens at McKinsey, sir?
Well, in this case, it did, and I think and guess what? The McKinsey's learned from that and figured out precisely because what you said, this has been a long-term client, and so the question should be, because there's very rigorous processes about becoming a client, whether it should work or not. And I think what was learned from that is there should have been more challenge coming from the pharma practice. In the pharma practice, there are hundreds of clients in the pharma practice, hundreds.
So I guess one other way to put it is, were you aware of any clients involved in opioid manufacturing? Because J&J has been sued over this. Were you aware that there was a pharma practice, and did you maybe know some of the clients but not others? I mean,
I knew some of the clients in there, but the opioid, us being anywhere involved in that, I did not know that. And there's other organizations, Walmart. There's many people that have been involved, unfortunately, in this whole situation, and that.
Bluntly, sir, I just don't believe you. I cannot believe that you led this company as the managing partner for a decade, that you did work for multiple different opioid manufacturers, that you did work for Purdue for 15 years, and nobody said in passing, like, it's on the record, dozens of partners that were working on these files, and you had no idea they were a client. Like, what does it mean to run the company?
There's 2,700 partners in McKinsey and Company.
Right.
2,700 partners.
Right.
I can't know.
But even if you were following the news,
know.
you would have known that McKinsey did work for Purdue. It was publicly reported on while you were leading McKinsey.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest you come and take a look and see how McKinsey and other consulting firms are worked, because I don't think you understand how the process works.
I will just say in closing, however friendly you are or aren't with the Prime Minister, one thing you do have in common with him, sir, is that you don't seem to claim responsibility for anything that happens under you.